Chapter 3 Macros and Mail Merge in Word. Chapter Focus Recording and Running Macro Mail Merge. Macros. Macros is typically a series of commands or instructions that are combined to form a single command. Macros can save your time by letting you automate relatively simple tasks that you need to often perform, as well as complex procedures that consist of many steps. Macros can be powerful tools that can greatly reduce the time that you will need to finish your work and can eliminate the need to remember all the steps in a tedious procedure. Simply, you can say that a macro is a series of commands that is recorded so that it can be executed later. Record a macro. Open the Word and record the macro by following the given steps. Step 1. Click on View tab. Step 2. Click on the down arrow of macros. Step 3. Click on Record macro. Step 4. Type a name for the macro. A macro name must begin with a letter and cannot contain space. Step 5. To enter a description, type in the description area. Step 6. Click on Keyboard to assign a keyboard shortcut to the macro. The Customized Keyboard dialog box appears. Step 7. To specify a keyboard shortcut for the macro, press and hold down the Alt key as you press a letter or number key. This area displays the word Unassigned. If the word Unassigned is not displayed, the keyboard shortcut you specified is already assigned to another command. Press the backspace key to delete the shortcut and then repeat Step 7 using a different letter or number. Step 8. Click on Assign button to assign the keyboard shortcut to your macro. Step 9. Click on Close button to continue. A tape recorder-like image with pointer appears that indicates that macro is now recording every action you will perform. Step 10. Perform the actions you want the macro to include. In this example, the name of a company and address is inserted into the document. Step 11. Click on Stop Recording when you have completed all the actions you want the macro to include. You can now run the macro. Run a macro. After creating a macro, now you can perform an action for the macro you stored. You can choose to run macro by two different methods, that is, using macro window or using a keyboard shortcut. Follow the given steps to run a macro by using the toolbar. Step 1. Click on View tab on the ribbon. Step 2. Click on the down arrow of macros. Step 3. Click on View Macros. Macros dialog box will appear. This area displays the available macros. This area displays a description of the macro you selected. Word automatically performs the actions you recorded when you run a macro. Step 4. Click on the name of the macro you want to run. Step 5. Click on Run to run the macro. Follow the given steps to run a macro by using the keyboard shortcut. Step 1. Place the insertion point where you want the results of the macro to appear. Step 2. Press the keyboard shortcut you assigned, Alt plus Q, to the macro. The macro performed the actions you recorded. Mail Merge. Mail Merge is a useful tool that allows you to produce multiple letters using information stored in a list, database or spreadsheet. When performing a mail merge, you will need a Word document. You can start with an existing one or create a new one, and a recipients list. Suppose you need to send to each student a letter or email message containing some information. Creating each letter or email message individually would take hours. That's where Mail Merge comes in. Using Mail Merge, all you have to do is to create one document that contains the information that is same in each version. Then just add some placeholders for the information that is unique to each version. Word takes care of the rest. Follow the steps given below to use Mail Merge. Step 1. Open the Word document that you want to use as the letter. The information of the letter should not change from letter to letter. Step 2. Click the Mailings tab. Step 3. Click on Start Mail Merge. Step 4. Click on Letters. On the screen, nothing will change, but Word sets up for a mail merge. Step 5. Click on Select Recipients. Step 6. Click on any list type to identify the type of recipient list you plan to use. This example uses a new list. The New Address List dialog box appears, displaying areas where you can enter the information. Step 7. Click on each area and type the appropriate information for each person. You don't have to fill every entry. Step 8. To enter the information for another person, click on New Entry. You can also customize the areas of address list by clicking on Customize Columns button. Step 9. Repeat steps 7 and 8 for each person on your mailing list. To delete an entry, click on the entry and then click on Delete Entry. Step 10. When you finish creating your mailing list, click on OK. The Save Address List dialog box appears. Step 11. Type a name for the file that will store your mailing list. Step 12. Click on Save button to save the file. Now you can select specific recipients from the mailing list to receive the letter or email. Step 13. Click on Edit Recipient List. The Mail Merge Recipients window appears. To sort the list, click the heading of the column you want to use to sort the list. This area lists all the people on your mailing list. Step 14. A check mark beside a person's name indicates Word will create a personalized letter for the person. To add or remove a check mark, click on the box besides a person's name. Step 15. Click on OK. Step 16. Click on the location where you want the inside address to appear in the letter. Step 17. Click on Address Block. The Insert Address Block dialog box appears. You can preview the format here. Step 18. Click on a format for each recipient's name. Step 19. Click on OK. Step 20. Click on the location where you want the greeting to appear. Step 21. Click on Greeting Line. The Insert Greeting Line dialog box appears. Step 22. Click on these areas to specify the greeting format. Step 23. Click on OK. A merge field representing the address block in the letter appears. After completing the merge, Word will replace the merge field with greeting information. Step 24. Click on Preview Results. Word displays a preview of the merged letter using the unchanging content of the letter and information from the address file. Step 25. Click on the Next Record icon to preview the next letter and the Previous Record icon to move back and preview the previous letter. You can click on Preview Results to redisplay merge fields. Step 26. Click on Finish and Merge. Step 27. Click on Edit Individual Documents. The Merge to New Document dialog box appears. Step 28. Click on any radio button to specify which people from your mailing list you want to create letters for. All the people on your mailing list. Current record, only the displayed person. From, people on your mailing list that you specify. If you selected From in step 28, click on the first text box and type the number of the first person you want to create a letter for. Then press the Tab key and type the number of the last person you want to create a letter for in the second text box. Step 29. Click on OK button to create the letters. Word opens a new document and creates the personalized letters in the document. Step 30. You can edit and print the letters as you would edit and print any document. Editing a letter allows you to include additional information in the letter. Step 31. You can use scroll button to scroll through to see all the pages of your mail merge. Points to remember. A macro is typically a series of commands or instructions that are combined to form a single command. You can choose to run macro by two different methods, that is using macro window or using keyboard shortcut. Mail is a useful tool that allows you to produce multiple letters by using information stored in list, database or spreadsheet. A. Take the